There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
What's going on, everybody? Mike Macabre. Welcome to Macabre Mass, where we not only talk monsters, we make monsters. And today, I want to apologize to everybody. First of all, it has been months since I've dropped anything on YouTube at all, and people are still subscribing, which is so cool. I love you guys. I appreciate that so much. Well, I wanted to do a video showing exactly what I've been doing. I've been hyper focused on finishing this mask, and it's obviously it's an H2 mask. I'm super passionate about this mask, and I just love it so much. And it's such a difficult mask to sculpt because it looks just so vastly different from scene to scene in the movie that, it's kind of hard to pick a reference photo and stick to. So most of us know the ambulance picture where Dick Warlock is holding the Coke can. Obviously I use that for my main reference photo to sculpt this, but I also used other photos as well. I kind of was looking at all of them and at the movie and the various scenes because in certain scenes, I've seen interviews where Dick Warlock said that the mask was taped at certain points. Sometimes it wasn't taped. For instance, if you look at the syringe scene, you could see that the mouth was open and almost like super cocked, like to the side. You could see the lip clearly like drooping. So at different parts in the movie, the mouth was taped, thus bringing the jaw up a little bit more and essentially making it look completely different, because of that. And then also, I think because the mask was so tight on his head, I think I'm going to assume that he probably every couple of minutes or every so often gave it a little tug to kind of bring it more down on his face so it was more comfortable because, as we all know, it's a very small mask. I think it was a 23.5-inch mask, which is a small mask. So I think because of that, you get certain shots in the movie and certain behind-the-scenes photos where the mask looks like it's a little more on his face and you have less of that snarl, which is this here. So his, as we all know, his head was wide. It stretched the mask this way, thus like pulling the mask this way and kind of pointing the nose upward and also giving it that snarl, that the part one doesn't have. The part one has the stretch this way. This has the stretch this way. So I tried my best to give this mask all those looks in one, even though, of course, it's all the same mask throughout the whole movie. Like I said, it looks so different from the blood tear scene to the hot tub scene to the chase scene, depending on the lighting. It looks so different at different points in the movie. So I wanted to make like a perfect medium of all of it. I wanted it to have that Coke can look in front of the ambulance, which has a kind of a lot less of the snarl than the rest, than other shots in the movie. Other shots in the movie, you could tell the mask is pushed up a little bit more and it has this going on a lot stronger. To whereas, like I said, that Coke can picture, it's there, it's present, of course. It's just not quite as strong as some of the other shots in the movie. So I wanted to make an H2 mask that kind of embodied all of that, has that Coke can look, that beautiful picture of the mask in front of the ambulance, but also at the same time has the strong snarl too, kind of, for instance, the shot, where they show the mask in the rear view mirror, you can really see that snarl in that shot, as I call it, the snarl, which I guess that's what it is. It's kind of like, the mask is, from, like I said, from his head being wide and, distorting the features, it made the nose come up a little bit more. And thus, if you pay attention and you look, you'll see that it's snarled so much. There's like a bend right here, where that snarl comes up. it kind of has, you know, that fold, if you will, that bend, that fold in it. You can really see that fold when you look at the chase scene at the ending, right, when they shoot Michael, and then he sits up and he, cuts the marshal, and, you see like the mask is half lit and half dark. At that, on that scene, you can really see that fold that is present there, and obviously that's from the lighting pointing down at it, um, where you can see that more. Lighting has so much to do with how the mask, looks differently in certain parts of the movie, but so that, and also, like I said, the mouth being taped sometimes on the inside, the mouth not being taped, you know, um, and there's a whole plethora of different reasons why it looks different scene to scene, but it's just, it is what it is. It does. It does look a lot different. Some scenes look more so, like, but some specific scenes you look at, it's really like, you kind of see a clear difference in the look of the mask. It's pretty wild. So, in my opinion, this is one of the hardest masks in the entire world to sculpt. Call me crazy, whatever. If you don't agree, that's perfectly fine. But because it looks so vastly different shot to shot, and plus, because what us artists are doing is we're not trying to emulate, a white Kirk mask here. We're trying to emulate that white Kirk mask, with the eyes cut, the sideburns ripped, how it looks on the actor's face, which is completely different. If you look at pictures of the H2 mask, when Dick Warlock's just holding it, it doesn't look anything remotely like it does when it's on his face. It completely changes the entire shape of the mask while he's wearing it. And as an artist, that is what I am trying to emulate, so. But yeah, this is what I have been doing for months. It's been about 2 months that I worked on this in total. That's not just the sculpt. That's, sculpting it, molding it, painting it, airing it, looking over things. It didn't take me that long to sculpt it, but, I've been focusing on it that long. A lot of times, I don't hear a lot of artists talk about this, but it's a fact. A lot of your time spent sculpting is literally standing here doing nothing. You're not doing nothing though. You're thinking about what you're doing and you're referencing these photos. So a lot of sculpting, when you're trying to emulate a mask from a film, that is what you are doing. You are really honed in and studying and staring at photos of the mask. Because unfortunately, um, there's no like 3D representation for us to reference. We are referencing photos and a movie that was made over 40 years ago, with essentially dark lighting because it's a horror movie. It's rare you get a full, clear, good shot of the mask, that Coke can ambulance picture is the best, clearest shot of the mask, that exists. Um, so yeah, man, I could go on for days and days and days about the H2 mask. I love it so much. It's my favorite. It's my favorite shape mask. Of course, part one means a lot, but it's the same mask as we all know. It's the same mask. If you ask me on a different day, I might change my mind because I love the castle stretch too. But the Dick Warlock stretch, I love as well. I just love this mask. It looks there's something so morbid and ominous about the H2 mask. It's just dirtier. It's grimier. It just has this look to it like, he's not playing at all. The mask looks a lot more like he's been through some stuff, and he's already taken quite a few people out, that's what it looks like. But yeah, this is a huge passion project for me. A lot of things and reasons went into why I started sculpting, but this mask is that one of the reasons I went out and bought a box of clay in the first place. I was like, man, I love the H2 mask so much. It's like, I want one, but even more so, I want to make it, I want to make it look exactly how it does on film. And it's yeah, like I said, I mean, of course, then my fellow artists in the community, there's some solid H2 masks out there, but you know, only some of them kind of capture that perfect warlock stretch look. You know, oh, it's so hard to make a perfect H2. It's so hard because, like I said, it looks so different scene to scene. And, some people might like that Coke can look more from the ambulance. Some people might like that syringe scene more, when the mouth is open and cocked to the side and it's, really stretched this way. In certain scenes, you can tell the mask is very, very rounded. It looks fatter, and I feel like that, like from it rising up, it's doing that, through time. But it's just such an amazing mask. I love this mask. Um, and yeah, it's available on my Etsy now. Of course, it's cheaper to buy from me directly. So anybody who'd be interested in purchasing the mask, if you want to just send me a message through YouTube or my IG, which is at Macabre Mask. So it's my Etsy. You can message me through either of those. Um, and yeah, I'll give it a quick spin around. And also, I want to, I definitely am going to do a blood tears version of this. 100% I'm going to. Super excited to do that as well. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on here quick, show up the name of the mask is SICKO 81. I'll put that in the title. You probably already seen that anyway. Saying that, whatever. But yeah, I titled the mask SICKO 81. I was trying to think of what to name it, like associated with like ambulance and hospital. And, obviously hospitals where sick people go. Michael Myers is a sicko. So I don't know. I tried to do some kind of association with like hospital, ambulance, and I thought sicko sounded cool. So I named it the 81 sicko. And, yeah, man, I hope you guys like it. Let me know how you feel in the comments section if you're digging the mask, man. I worked so hard on this, man. And, I am happy with how it turned out. I feel accomplished. I'm not done yet either. I got so many more masks and things that I want to make and do. I just love to make stuff. I'm going to do this till the day I die. I'm going to be making scary stuff. I just love it so much, man. I appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you so much. If you're still here and you're not subscribed yet, please do so. I raffle these masks off every once in a while free. As I hit subscriber goals, I'll maintain to raffle a mask off. Somebody's already won a mask on my last raffle. The next subscriber goal that I hit, I will raffle off another mask. I'll go live. We'll do that again. So hit the subscribe button. You have a chance to win one for free. Why not, right? But either way, Mike Macabre signing out. Super appreciate y'all. I'm going to do my best to drop more content now that I finally completed what I've been working so hard on for several weeks now. So, I'm going to try my best to be putting out more content from here on out. Appreciate y'all.